What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Guns N' Roses True Story. And today we're talking about the time in 1992 at a show in Dayton, Ohio, during the Use Your Illusion tour, when Axl misheard Slash on stage and they got into an argument and tempers sort of flared. Now, Guns were playing a show in Dayton, Ohio, and Axl sliced his hand open down to the bone during like the fourth song in the set list, during It's So Easy. And he had to basically continue on with the song, and then he had to go get stitched up backstage, and Slash sort of had to cover for him. But before we get any further into it, let me turn it over to Kurt Loder, who's going to explain the incident.
Back in the world of music, Guns N' Roses were scheduled to play Detroit this weekend until singer Axl Rose sliced open the palm of his right hand on a broken microphone stand during a concert in Dayton, Ohio on Tuesday night. It happened about 4 songs into the band's set, and Rose immediately ducked off stage to wrap his hand in a towel without stopping the song. Although bleeding heavily, Rose finished the show before having his hand stitched up by a local doctor, then flew to New York City the following day for surgery. The 2 shows the band was scheduled to play in the Detroit suburb of Auburn Hills this weekend have been rescheduled for mid-April. Guns N' Roses now plan to resume their tour next Tuesday.
And then once It's So Easy was over, they basically played Attitude, and then they did an instrumental jam where Slash, talked to the audience a bit. He originally said that Axl wanted to do a wardrobe change, and then he corrected himself and then said he was actually going to get some medical attention. And then Axl misinterpreted what Slash said and came on stage, and then you could see that tempers were flaring a bit.
It's called a clothing change, all right? Just be patient. Axl's getting tape up. Yep, he cut his fucking hand all the way to the bone. It's fucked up. So he's still back there. So let's do a blues jam for a bit. I can get off on jam. Let's get the keyboards out and shit. We'll do it in A. This shit happens, but what the fuck. Costume change. Get the fuck back. Costume change. Yeah, I was watching it on TV. Punk motherfucker. I said costume change. I said he cut his hand. Yeah, okay. You're fucking stoned. What did I say? I'll kick your ass right now. I didn't say that. I didn't fucking say that. Listen to the crowd. Isn't this fun? Did I say that? Are you getting your money's worth? Fuck yeah.
And then later on in the show, Axl told a false story in the press that Guns N' Roses had fired Doug Goldstein, who was Guns N' Roses' manager at the time. And then before Sweet Child of Mine, Axl actually apologized to the crowd, saying they were going to cut the set short a few songs just so he could get stitches on his hand. So the following shows in Auburn Hills, Michigan, which they were going to play 2 shows on January 17th and the 18th, were rescheduled, and Guns N' Roses didn't play their next show until exactly a week later in Minneapolis at the Target Center. Now, you guys are maybe wondering, did Axl actually listen back to the tape and apologize to Slash? Well, Slash was on Howard Stern back in 1995, a few years after the incident happened. He was promoting Slash's Snake Pit, and he actually talked about the stories. So here's the actual audio for you guys to check out.
Right, but he can misinterpret something and then kick your ass.
But
even you guys have had fights, right?
We've had some serious fights, and sometimes over just simple misunderstandings. We had one fight on stage one time where he cut his hand or something, went backstage, and I started to cover for it. I said to the crowd, stop throwing this or whatever, and he misunderstood me saying that he thought I said that he went back to do a wardrobe change, came out, and just cursed my ass off with the mic. I was like, what
did I do?
And I was like, for the whole rest of the night, I was like, what the hell are you talking
about? Yeah, right.
And so we went back and watched the tape, and he went, oops, sorry.
Yeah, he'd be a difficult guy to work with.
And I think this example or this instance of Axl mishearing Slash is a perfect example of what may have happened in the years that followed when Guns N' Roses broke up and Slash and Axl weren't really talking to one another. I think they were a lot of the time dealing with managers. And, when you're dealing with intermediaries, things always get misconstrued or miscommunicated. And I think that can lead to a lot of bad blood. But I want to shed light on this one incident. I thought maybe something that a lot of Guns N' Roses fans don't know about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe for all things related to Guns N' Roses. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at Guns N' Roses Daily. I will follow you guys back. Take care.